Hello and welcome to Big Bald Business. Today we're going to look at the statement of comprehensive income. Okay, so what is it? Right, so where's my pen? Let's use a blue one today. Statement of comprehensive income. A bit of a mouthful, but we will simplify it. It's a statement of comprehensive income. Okay, it's also known as, and this is what I've always been taught. I'm quite old, so when I was taught it, I was taught it was called the trading and profit and loss account, or the profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. Okay, it's got a third name as well, just to confuse matters even more, which is the income statement. I really can't spell today. Income statement. Okay. So it's got three names. Statement of comprehensive income, that's what you need to call it. That's what it will be referred to in the exam. The trading and profit and loss account, or profit and loss account, and also the income statement. So if you see any of those three bits of terminology, it's all referring to the same thing. So what is it? First of all, we're going to write down the formula. Okay, looks difficult to understand. Actually, if you break it down, it's not too challenging. Okay, so we've got sales minus cost of sales equals gross profit minus expenses equals operating profit. You're probably sitting there completely confused. Don't worry, we'll go through this stage by stage. Then minus tax or taxes equals net profit. Okay, so what on earth does all that mean? Let's have a look and go through it. Okay, so statement of comprehensive income. Let's have a look through. So sales is the amount your business sells. So let's use tables as an example again. Don't know why. I've got a table next to me. I'm also being a little bit distracted because the North London derby's on, and yeah, I'm keeping one eye on that. So if I suddenly shout and go off, it's because Arsenal scored. Right, okay, so sales. Let's say we've got a table company and we sell £500,000 worth of tables this year. Okay, our cost of sales is the direct costs. So that's the cost of the material to make whatever it is you're making. So in this case, tables. So we would need, I don't know, wood, plastic, possibly metal. Okay, so to sell £500,000 worth of tables, we may be, I don't know, I'm making this up. Let's just say our direct costs or cost of sales. I'm just going to put direct there. Okay, just so you know, that's another name for it. Let's say it's £150,000. Therefore, our gross profit is £350,000. Now, just to point out, sometimes people call it gross profit. It's not, it's gross profit, but yes, don't worry about it. It's the same thing. Okay, we then got expenses. Now, our business, not only does it buy materials, it's got other costs. Okay, it's got indirect costs. So we've got direct costs there. These are indirect. Okay, so that's things like electric, gas, petrol, wages, everything else the business spends are indirect costs. Anything that's not the materials is indirect costs, okay, or expenses. So let's just say we've got, I don't know, £200,000 here. Therefore, our operating profit is that minus that, so that's £150,000. Okay, not bad. Let's just say the tax is 10%, you know, whatever it is. 10% of that is 15,000. So we're going to take £15,000 off there. Okay, so our net profit, what you end up with as a business at the end of the year, is £135,000. Okay, so the likely scenario in an exam situation is you will maybe have a bit of a gap fill. So you need to remember this down here, or you might have a question where you've got some text and you've got to basically put that text into the formula and kind of do a bit of working out. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a way that I find easy to remember how to recall the statement of comprehensive income. Okay, what you could do is use a trick by a black cab driver who won Mastermind many years ago, Dominic O'Brien, I think his name was. And he said, if you've got a load of boring text to remember, try and link a story to it. Okay, so you take the first letter, okay, all the way down, okay, and then you link a story to it and you visualize that story in your head. Okay, so that's what we are going to do now. Okay, so how to remember the formula for statement of comprehensive income. Now, while I go through this, I'm going to sound like a bit of a madman, but just bear with me. Okay, so like I said, Dominic O'Brien, he's got a memory technique. He could actually remember every line in a telephone directory. A telephone directory is something that old people like me used to use. Nowadays, you don't need it because you use internet. Okay, so let's have a look. He said you take the first letter of what it is you need to remember and link a story to it. Okay, so here's my story. Sally could see the Grand Prix every day on a pink turtle, no problem. So what am I going on about? Well, I know a lady called Sally. So what I do, I close my eyes and I visualize her watching Lewis Hamilton go round and round the track as she's shrugging her shoulders, sitting on a pink turtle. Yeah, so that vision, once I've got it in my head, it's not a pleasant vision. Once I've got it in my head, I'm never going to forget that. Okay, so Sally could see Grand Prix every day, so she's shrugging her shoulders, watching Lewis Hamilton day after day after day go around the track, while she's sitting on a pink turtle, no problem, shrugging her shoulders. Okay, so that's the Dominic O'Brien technique. Okay, and believe me, once you have kind of got a weird story in your head and you've visualized it, you're not going to forget sales minus cost of sales equals gross profit, minus expenses equals operating profit, minus tax equals net profit. And that, my friends, is the statement of comprehensive income, aka the income statement, aka the trading and profit and loss account.